Alright, now we have Twilight Time. Before I start, I'm just gonna say, within the last, half hour or so, I've only seen average to negative opinions on this episode. Which probably means that I'm going to be one of the only positive reviews out there. Alright, to start off, Twilight and the Cutie Mark Crusaders, they just work so well together. I don't really know what it is. It's just... yeah, but Twilight herself felt pretty natural for all of the time that we saw her. We have her at the beginning of the episode. She's willing to help the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and, well, that's nice. Then, a bit later on in the episode, we have her just being casual eating out in, a diner. It's just pretty interesting, actually. It's like she's fully aware that she's just one of the highest powers in all of Equestria, but she's just casual and doesn't really put herself in that high regard, I guess. Near the end of the episode, she doesn't really... well, as the episode progresses, I should say. She doesn't really know how to progress that much. I mean, not progress, what's the word? She just doesn't know how to, handle all the little ponies that are, looking up to her because of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. She's just like, alright, this is a thing. She welcomes them in anyway, it'd be nice. Yeah, this doesn't really bring anything new to Twilight, other than they're addressing the fact that she is indeed a princess, and that ponies look up to her as a princess. Which is good. I've been asking for this all season, pretty much. Now the Cutie Mark Crusaders, they did well. They did well in this episode. They weren't Cutie Mark obsessed like they have been over the last 3 seasons. They just... this episode was pretty much about them wanting to be popular, and... things. Not really. Yeah, little kids act like that. They want to be popular and do whatever they can to, get the... Alright, I'm gonna use a term that, in my experience, held true. Possibly for other people, but... It's like they wanted to be at the cool kids table in the lunchroom, pretty much. I don't know, it just felt natural for, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, who are little ponies, to want to be popular and, use other people's popularity to get them popular. Oh, we know this popular person, by the way. Are we popular too? And then everyone swarms over them because, well, the popular person likes them, and yeah, you get the point. Moving on. I've really only said one, thing this entire... Stalling! Alright, new side of Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. It was kind of nice to see them actually being nice to the Cutie Mark Crusaders for a change. We all know that they're just doing that because they're only doing it for their own benefit. They're not trying to enrich Twilight's life or anything. They just want to meet the princess because they're just... I don't really know how to explain it, actually. It's just, I'm not... Hopefully someone out there knows what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so overall this was actually a pretty funny episode. It's just the fact that, I wouldn't say that parts of the episode are funny. More so the concept of the episode is funny. It's a pretty straightforward episode, but just the concept that they came up with for it, like Cutie Crusaders want to become popular, so they tell everyone that they're friends with Princess Twilight. Then everyone wants to meet Princess Twilight, and it pretty much escalates from there. I don't have much to say about this episode, actually. Sweetie Belle used magic. Sweetie Belle used magic. Yes. 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 Everyone else in the audience, no, fan pandering. Yeah, I'm gonna agree that it was a fan pandering episode. Just mainly the Sweetie Belle using magic thing. And I bet everyone is calling foul on that. Like I said earlier, I've seen pretty much negative opinions on the episode so far. Or average to negative, I should say. They weren't all bad. I saw a 7 out of 10. And then I heard some people saying that it's fan pandering worst episode ever, 0 out of 10, or something like that. Not those exact words, but pretty much what they were implying. No, you know what? Fan pandering is good. Fan pandering is good. Well, sometimes. I'm going to stop myself. Fan pandering is good when done right. I think this was done right because this is something that people have been clamoring for since... I can't even pinpoint a place where they've been asking for this. Well, mostly after One Bad Apple, I would say, with Sweetie Belle using her burst of magic. People have been asking for Sweetie Belle to use magic since, I'd say, One Bad Apple was pretty much the point where everyone was asking for it. Now we got it. Why is everyone complaining? This is exactly like the Equestria Girls thing. Everyone makes humanized ponies, then they listen to us. Then they give us humanized ponies. We hate it. Now, Sweetie Belle, that we've been asking for Sweetie Belle to use magic again, or for the first time technically, I'm not really sure. And then we get Sweetie Belle using magic. People are calling foul. I don't understand. But I will agree that fan pandering can be bad when done badly. Well, that's obvious, but I'm gonna use an example. This wasn't a bad moment, but this is probably the most just they went a bit too far with it, I would say. Derpy in last roundup. And people are gonna yell at me because I'm talking about one of their favorite scenes. Do you see how backwards this is, by the way? Yeah. So it could have just been Derpy shoots the lightning bolt at Rainbow Dash, and then she's like, "Careful, Derpy," and then Derpy's just like, "I just don't know what went wrong." They end it there, it would be perfect. But they had to keep it going another full minute, and it's just, I don't know. That was fan pandering just a bit too much. But in this episode, it's spread out throughout the episode, I would say. At the beginning, the first thing we see is Sweetie Belle using magic. Great way to capture an audience. And then they complained, but whatever. Then we have Sweetie Belle using her magic in her fantasies and later on in the episode. Then as the episode moves on, we kind of forget about it for a while, but then at the end of the episode they bring it up again. Sweetie Belle fails to use her magic, but succeeds in using her magic when she's not concentrating on it, which is weird. Yeah, so that's a thing. I feel like the pacing was pretty well done, even if the whole Twilight Time took a bit longer than it needed to. Like, they could have, I don't know, just add a bit more substance to the episode. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next point. The plot was just a bit uninteresting. after a while, you're just like, when are they gonna get on with it? Like up until probably the beginning of like the third act of the episode, you're just like, can they get on with it already? Just and then they do get on with it, which is nice. It was just the pacing was, I would say, slightly off, but that doesn't really harm the episode that much. I'm speaking of pacing while I have horrible pacing in my reviews. Alright, but oh yeah, one last thing that I forgot to mention. At least they're adding a bit of expansion to the just the realm of Equestria, like other than the fact that like ponies still look up to Twilight, even though we haven't really seen anyone mention her as princess since Three's a Crowd, I think, and before that, not even at all before the premiere. It was pretty nice to see. It was pretty nice to see her just get mentioned as a princess in the episode, honestly. But that's pretty much what it was all about, too. Just, she's a princess, and princesses are held in high regard, so that's a thing. Yeah. But not only that, there's diners in Equestria, and alright, I have to admit, the Twilight eating a burger or sandwich or whatever, I don't really remember. That was pretty funny. That whole scene. But, yeah, this is going nowhere. I liked the episode. Forget you people that didn't like it. This is 8.5 out of 10 for me, honestly. And I'm going to stop this now before I get a billion angry comments, or two, considering all the people that actually care. But, bye.